So I took a look at this. This is a graph of all the counties in the U.S. based on the median age of those counties, looking at 2000, in this case, versus 2016. And here's what the data showed. Back in 1960, the median age in the U.S. was 29.5. Thanks to the parents of the boomers, they still kept having children into 1970. The median age dropped, and that was pretty well it. After that, the median age started to creep up to the point now where it's now 38 in the U.S. So that's an increase of almost 10 years in 50 years. So let's take a look at something else, the concentration of wealth. I take a look at these categories from 55 to 75 and over. You see that this group has significantly higher levels of wealth based on age, because this is already broken down into quintiles, than younger people do. So if a population is aging, it isn't simply that the top 10% would normally get more wealth. They will get extra wealth simply because they're older, and they've had longer time to accumulate the wealth. So in relation to the total national wealth, that 10% would automatically rise. Older equals richer. And when we look at, see how Canada does, because one of the narratives that the Liberals had done during the last election and during the tax reform was that we are becoming less and less equal. We are a more unequal nation than we were before. So let's compare ourselves to other major countries. So taking a look at China, the top 10% income share in China is 31%, about the same in the US, a little less in India. France is lower, Italy is lower, so is the UK, and so are we. In fact, in this example, only Norway is lower than we are, and they do have a $1 trillion wealth fund made up of oil money. If we look at the Gini coefficient, the difference between these two is the Gini coefficient takes into account income and wealth, and then it creates a score. The higher the score, the less equal that country is in terms of distribution of wealth and income. South Africa was one of the worst. Mexico, the US, and China, Japan even, New Zealand, the UK. In fact, we're actually in good shape. The only reason I think Switzerland is less than us is, as far as I can tell, everybody in Switzerland's rich. And Sweden is one of the lowest. So the fact is, we're actually doing pretty well in the distribution of both wealth and income in relation to other developed countries.